Welcome to this brief do-it-yourself tutorial for video lecturing. I'll share a few tips from my experience over the years with presentation technologies. Whiteboards and blackboards provide some great ways to share real-time information during lectures. However, this can be challenging to replicate in video lectures given the need for special equipment, such as a tablet computer and software, or other limitations if working from a home office. Here I'll show a few ways to create a setup using household items, such as a glass surface or window of your home. The key here is to be creative. A few basic items I found helpful are listed on the left. To achieve good results, we'll first need to build something similar to a tripod. This can be done by stacking some objects on a chair to elevate the camera. It is helpful to use for the top box something in the shape of a basket. This allows for the cell phone to be adjusted easily by simply leaning it up against the box wall at different angles. You'll also want to adjust the camera exposure and zoom. Next, it is important to find a window with good backlighting. This avoids having glare. In daytime, this works especially well with a view of the blue sky or overcast sky. However, if you only have a cluttered view, you can also get a similar effect by putting behind the window a few sheets of paper or a bed sheet. Thin material is important since this ensures light can still get through. Here is our final result using this approach. A few additional tips. It is often helpful before lecture to mark on the window the visible working area. You might also want to turn off the autofocus and manually adjust this in advance. Next, I'll discuss an alternative approach that works even at nighttime without the need for backlighting. Rooms with mirrors provide another good household setting for video whiteboarding. Positioning of the camera is key to reduce glare. The tripod is too big for the room I show here. As an alternative, one can construct an adjustable camera mount by using the wall drying rack and a towel. To get a good video, it is important to turn off all lights that are in view of the camera, as I have done here for the light above the mirror. Next, be sure to adjust the camera exposure and zoom. Here is the final result obtained with this setup. A few additional tips. It is also helpful before recording to mark on the mirror the visible working area with a small piece of tape. To reduce glare on the mirror, you might also need to try a few different camera angles and combination of the lights. Next, I'll show you how to build a do-it-yourself document camera using the household items listed on the left. Stack the books to create a base for the camera. We have found our cell phone has a good view of the document when it's at a height of about 14 inches. We have found it also helpful to put a weight on top of the cell phone to avoid shaking of the camera or other vibrations as we write. Now adjust the camera, exposure, and focus. Sometimes we found the camera can record in a funny orientation, like sideways or upside down. We found this easy to adjust by simply picking the phone up and flipping it so that the gravity sensor rotates the recording direction. Sometimes the text is displayed backwards if the phone is in selfie mode, and in the video software settings you may have to activate the mirror option. Here are the final results we've obtained with this setup. In lectures, we open 2 video sessions, one for the document and one for our narration. A trick to switch back and forth between the document view and narration view is to use something like a Bluetooth headset and the mute options, so that the speaker becomes either the phone showing the document or the computer which is showing the narrator. A few additional tips. Lighting is really important here, so no shadows are cast by the cell phone or your hand. Diffuse lighting works best, which can be achieved by shining a light on the wall near the top of the document or on a piece of white paper. I hope these tips have been helpful to you for setting up a real-time annotation system at home. I wish you the best with your video lecturing.